I've been driving the Chrysler 300 this week, and I'm getting a lot of the same vibes about it that I did about last week's car, the Dodge Avenger. And by that, I mean it feels like a throwback to another era almost. It's a giant, roomy American sedan, and there just aren't very many of these on the market right now. Everything about this car is big. It's got big, wide bucket seats up front, a big old back seat, and a big old trunk. And of course, it's available with big horsepower. My test car came with the 5.7-liter Hemi V8, which is just a monster engine. It makes 373 horsepower. Now, the version I drove is the new one that just came out called the 300S, and it's meant to be the driver's 300. The suspension is firmed up a bit, it doesn't float quite as much as with the normal suspension, and it's got paddle shifters that let you have a little fun with the transmission. Plus, it's got better brakes. I really love the driving feel that Chrysler dialed in on this new S model, but with one caveat. It's not a real sports sedan. It's still a comfortable family sedan, and the S version just makes it a little bit more responsive overall. A couple of other things I like about it. The interior in the 300S is spectacular. It's the kind of car you get inside and you really feel like a VIP because it's got this thick leather and soft, comfortable seats and a real feeling of precision and quality with all the materials in it. It's got a huge digital screen that's almost the size of an iPad, and I like this big old clock that's front and center on the dash. Now, there's one obvious downside to this car, and that's the gas mileage you get if you opt for the Hemi V8. It's rated for just 15 miles per gallon in town, which is the price you pay for all that wonderful horsepower and torque. On the flip side, if you get the all-wheel drive version with a V6, you're actually going to get great gas mileage for that type of car. Chrysler installed a really cool system that disconnects the front axle when you don't need all-wheel drive traction, so it gets a rating of 27 miles per gallon on the highway. And again, that's pretty impressive for that type of spacious, all-wheel drive car. So there you have it. If you want a car that's big in every way, big style, big space, big power, the Chrysler 300 should be right up your alley.